Sam, I spoke with the crew driving nearly 3,000 miles across the country. They say the 100-year-old automobile requires constant service to make the trip. And thanks to the sponsors of the drive, a breakdown didn't stop the show. The coast-to-coast road trip showcasing history on wheels hasn't always been smooth sailing. Mike Vaughn, a volunteer driver and mechanic for the Ford Model T, says during the trip the vehicle lost a bearing to a connecting rod, causing catastrophic damage to the engine and transmission. He says Model T vendors from different cities allow them to work in shops during engine issues so that they wouldn't miss a beat on their trip.
We spent 2.5 days doing a complete engine, transmission, and rear end rebuild on that, and started from where we broke down so we didn't miss any of the mileage.
The museum says thanks to another major sponsor, AAA, the Model T crew was able to stop at different locations in pit stop cities so car lovers and history buffs could get a chance to see history in action.
That's really exciting to me. We had a 19-year-old young man wait for us for 3.5 hours in Ohio just so he could see the car come by and take pictures.
The Model T was previously owned by the late Dr. Alan Hathaway of Iowa, who completed the same coast-to-coast journey twice for the 50th and 75th anniversary. His family said after his passing, the vehicle sat in a barn, but after discussions with the Museum of American Speed, they agreed to have the Model T on display for 3 months.
And we decided this is the home we wanted for this vehicle. They treat us well, they're wonderful people, and it's a fabulous museum.
The 10 millionth Model T is heading to Kearney before making another stop in Ogallala. One of the drivers, Mike Vaughn, told me the Model T cruises at about 45 miles per hour on the highway and 35 on gravel roads. Now, as for gas, it holds up to 10 gallons and travels at about 15 to 17 miles per gallon. He says they have to fill up every 100 miles. It makes for a tedious journey, but they are doing it to keep the tradition going and to keep the story alive.